Jamaica. Pictured as an island paradise, white sandy beaches, a beautiful and vivacious culture, rich and wholesome food, and attractive people. And while that image is not far from the truth, if the lens is focused on the inspirational stories of ordinary Jamaicans, you would find a sharper, richer, and truer image of the Jamaican experience. Thank you and welcome to Our Stories, a 30-minute documentary series aired on irevibesradio.com, exploring the raw, life-changing experiences of Jamaicans. I'm your host, Ashley Ann Mott. You can find me on Facebook at Ashley Ann Mott, Instagram at amott, and Twitter at a_Mott. So a few years ago, you could tease Jamaicans living in first world countries with this question. When was the last time you had a bag of Tiggers or round spice bun? I can bet you can still remember the taste of some authentic Jamaican banana chips. Well, it didn't take long for one Jamaican to develop a genius idea that would end the long suffering of our fellow countrymen living overseas. After the break, find out how one Jamaican man, through his company, is sourcing and shipping authentic Jamaican snacks to homesick Jamaicans living abroad. In 2017, the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor report ranked Jamaica at the 11th spot on its entrepreneurial index. The report notes that out of all the Caribbean and Latin American nationals, Jamaicans hold entrepreneurship in high regard. So you have to wonder, what makes Jamaicans so different? Well, it's the ease at which the entrepreneurial spirit flows through our veins and brains, turning problems into profit quickly. Before the break, I began to share the story of a 3-year-old company, Jamaican Care Packages, founded and managed by Rory Craig Walker. Now let's meet Rory Craig.
Sure. So the name of the company is Jamaican Care Packages Limited. I am the CEO and founder. So, I started it 3 years ago. But, as you can imagine, it wasn't a company 3 years ago, I just started it nights and weekends. I had another job, but I went full-time last year, which would have been 2016. Like, I've always wanted to have my own business, even from in, prep school, I was always, selling sweets. I used to import video games from my friends. So I've always wanted to have my own business. So when I saw that things were picking up and I would be able to support myself from it, I decided to make the leap and do it full time. Pretty much, we send care packages to Jamaicans abroad who miss the sweet taste of Jamaica. So, I'm sure you have a lot of persons who migrate to anywhere really, US, Canada, UK, and many other places. And, they just miss home. They just miss, the small niceties of Jamaica. They miss some of the foods that they used to have down here. They miss some of the snacks that they used to have growing up. And we at Jamaica Care Packages, we just send it to them. So we have a website, which is at jacarepackages.com. Mm-hmm. And they can just go on, they can select all the things that we have and place the order. So 3 years ago, I was actually in bed one night and I was just scrolling through Facebook and I saw a friend who I think she's in Japan. And she was saying, boy, I would love some chippies right now. And I was like, oh, that's pretty simple. I'm pretty sure I can do that, And I remember, I got out of bed and I thought about it. I'm like, hey, I'm pretty sure I can do that. So, I spoke to, a lot of my friends about it. And they said, yes, Rory, if you could do this, we will be on board. So that's how we started the company, just like that. Funny enough, I don't think that she actually placed an order, but I've had a lot of friends abroad who have placed orders. Like, our first order was somebody from a prep school who whom I haven't spoken to in over 15 years. You know, like this was after we had launched.
Yes.
And no orders was coming in. And I started to feel a little discouraged and be like, boy, no, Rory. Even though everybody said I was going to order, nobody not ordered it, you know. And then I remember, like, after a couple of days, and I got that first order from Michelle. I haven't spoken to her in 15 years, and she was the first person to place an order.
If you ask Jamaican entrepreneurs why they stay in business, some will tell you about the immense joy they feel when their products or services actually make a difference in the lives of their customers. For Rory Craig, he was fueled by the positive reviews he received from his homesick Jamaican customers.
Yeah, so pretty much her feedback was amazing, and I think that even helped me to be like, yo, Rory, I'm onto something. Like, you know, she had like sort of, you know, make a little sort of like a tabletop. She had to sort of really use the items I sent her. She had this package and, you know, just sort of decorated out her little table. Mm-hmm. It just looked so beautiful. I mean, like, you know, like you could tell that she was actually a creative one and I wasn't. Because I'm not even sure that I could have been decorated up a table with the products as well as she did, you know? Like she had packed them out so nicely, and because she took a photo and she posted it on Facebook.
Yes.
And she had done it so nice that it just looked very, very beautiful. So, and under she said, you know, I got my stuff from Jamaica. You know, I haven't been home in so long. It was so nice to get some snacks. So the feedback was very positive. The thing that sort of sticks out the most to me, because I never quite thought of this, was a lady who got her package, and like she posted online and she was saying how, you know, I'm so happy that I can pass on the snacks that I grew up eating as a girl to my daughter. And, you know, she was just saying, you know, because she wants to grow her daughter up as being Jamaica, but up to now the daughter has never even been to Jamaica. And it's just like, she was just saying how just passing on some of these sort of Jamaican snacks to the daughter was pretty much, was helping to raise her Jamaican. And it's just like, I'm just, stuff like that just never ever came to me. Like, I never thought that, you know, like, this simple business that I'm doing, you know, could have pretty much helped somebody to pass on like the actual culture of Jamaica to her daughter. So I would say that really stood out to me. But I mean, but there's so many stories like that, you know, like we also hear people saying, you know, Rory, I haven't had these snacks in 15 years. You know, like, so she left Jamaica 15 years ago, and she haven't had any of the snacks since. And it's like, she's saying how, I don't know, like, it's so hard to describe, but, you know, she was just so happy to just have back a piece of Jamaica with her.
All nations have them sensation, and every nation have them adoration. This is the time for a happy meditation. Nobody first enjoy the celebration, yeah. Mama, daddy, auntie, daughter, and youth man, enjoy yourself in your homeland. A little more, I and I roping, go rubber dub it, but I will lick a scene. Cause when I check it out loud, no way no better than yard. Cause when I check it out loud, no way no better than yard, oh no. All nations have their celebration, and every nation have their inspiration. This is the time for a happy meditation. So come together as one great nation, yeah. Even great enemies sit up on a reason. No time to war in a this season. Up, down, 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 come together. No matter what the time, no matter what the weather. Cause when I check it out loud, no way no better than yard. Cause when I check it out loud,
Jamaica nice, don't? You're listening to our stories on irevibesradio.com, and we're still talking about the company that ships Jamaican goodies such as pastries, party snacks, and uniquely Jamaican treats across the world. Check them out online at www.jamaicancarepackages.com. The first year of business wasn't exactly smooth sailing for Rory, who experienced a bout of trouble receiving payments.
The main challenge that we had during our first year was definitely like sort of collecting payment. Just because there's a big issue with online commerce in Jamaica. Initially, we were using PayPal. So we would have to request a check, then wait a month to get the check, then wait a few weeks to change the check. And if anybody running a business, you know how important cash flow is. And you can't be waiting 6 weeks to get cash. So, I would say that's probably our main issue that we had during our first year. So what we actually had to do to be able to handle pull out online commerce, we actually had to register a company in the US, and pretty much have that US entity, to deal with the actual credit card processing, and then just sort of just wire down the funds locally on like a month-to-month basis. We have a few non-Jamaican customers. We have a few that I would say who come to the island and taste some of the snacks and trying to get it. And also what we have, we have a few customers, who have a lot of Jamaican friends or pretty much have Jamaican partners. I remember a lady had ordered a package for her boyfriend. So we have we have some of that, but really it's the mass of our customer base is definitely Jamaican. Well, I must say, all I can say is, just from my experience, the Jamaicans abroad have been very, very supportive. That's really all the evidence that I have, because I haven't tried another business. I don't really have a lot of other experience with other businesses trying to market to Jamaicans abroad. But but the Jamaicans, who I'm pretty much talking to, they're super supportive, and they're ready to place the order, because at the end of the day, you're solving a problem that they're having. They want these things. They're finding it very hard to get, and Jamaican Care Packages is providing a solution for them. So so I think that's the reason why I'm not having any issues, because I'm solving a problem that they're having.
Now we've been focusing on Jamaican Care Packages, but let's get to understand the self-made Jamaican entrepreneur who realized his love for entrepreneurship from his high school days.
I just had this drawing to just wanting to have my own company. I remember during my first interview, like after university, first interview, my boss asked me, "Hey, Roy, where do you see yourself in 5 years?" And I remember telling him, I want to build the next Facebook. And I think all I was trying to say, or what I really meant was, I just wanted to have I just wanted to build my own successful business. That's the thing. There's no, as I said, there wasn't anything that just sparked it, but I was just always that guy trying something, I was always, trying to create a startup, trying to create my own online business, and nothing was working. Everything was failing. But, but when I decided to solve a real problem, that's where I started to have some sort of success. So I'm very happy about that. So what I had studied at, even really in high school and at University of West Indies was computer science. So it sort of assisted me in pretty much getting the business up in terms of the website and the online marketing side of it. But I haven't really had any formal training in business. But I mean, just with the internet and all of the books, I just remember when I was younger, I was just trying to download all these business books. I remember at high school, I had to download the Rich Dad Poor Dad book, and I went into my chemistry class, and I was there reading the Rich Dad Poor Dad. So, I mean, I haven't had any formal training, but just with the internet and just with me knowing that I wanted to have my own business, I just went ahead and was just learning on my own.
Me hear say man a look a breakfast. Say they get all you them a set up shop. Down to the zilla and me there and me ill without a question. Loving a the street like a pedestrian. If you love yourself then my suggestion. Who know fi set up shop. Notice when you see me and no crew out with some massive and full up a get all youth and every man a fi a make cash. Hold it steadfast, give it your best shot. Jungle set up shop, Maxfield set up shop, Ballroom set up shop, Chisley set up, Seaview set up shop, Southside set up shop, Peary, my man and young man them get together and a Pilana set up shop, Hawaii set up shop, Tel Aviv set up shop, Auburn set up, Waterhouse set up shop, Trenchtown set up shop. Yes, every button a study and a get still. No boy can't broke shop, no pickpocket over the talk shop, no juvenile over the doctor boy can't. This is school, youth up at the bus stop. Get a couple come for the tough chat. Man a juggle peanut, man a juggle Yanzi. Couple mesh marina, couple baby onesie. Man a run a taxi, even if a battery. If you want to leave it up just like you win the lottery. Who know fi set up shop, choose land set up shop, Pain land set up shop, Spain man set up, Slide Hen set up shop, Grand Spence set up shop. Me is a shower man a power man, them get together and a Pilana set up shop, Rain Chill set up shop, Orange Hill set up shop, Red Hills Road set up, America Hillman set up shop, Stone Hill set up shop. Yes, and on the villa study and I get still. Well, me woulda build me own plaza, me own abordation. Goods and commodities, we have it in stack. Tough merchandise back up in a truck back. Still I spend money from a man.
Of course, Jamaicans are known to set up shop anywhere we see fit, just to ensure we can provide for ourselves and families. Thank you for that, Damian Marley. And Rory Craig Walker is no exception to this rule. You're still listening to our stories on irevibesradio.com. Are you a Jamaican with an inspirational story to share? Forward an email to info@livewellja.com. Now let's continue to talk to Rory Craig Walker about Jamaican care packages.
Okay, so right now we're pretty much like 100% web. Like in terms of placing an order, everything is done on the website, which is jacarepackages.com. We accept all major credit cards on the website. So right now it's really just a web-based business.
And if somebody listening to this interview is not so familiar with the web-based business or transaction e-commerce, and they want to send a package to a loved one overseas, what can they do?
Sure. I mean, that's no problem at all. What I would just say is that, they could give us a call, and we'll pretty much work with them and assist them in sending off a wonderful Jamaican care package to their loved one. We can definitely assist somebody like that. All you have to do is just give us a call, and we will ensure that they get off their care package. So the number to dial is 1-876-649-5186, and repeat 1-876-649-5186. And of course, you can also email me anytime at rory@jacarepackages.com.
I'm also seeing another email address on the website on jacarepackages.com. info@jacarepackages.com.
Definitely.
Right?
So yes. But right now, by standard shipping, it takes, I believe, like 7 to 10 business days from the ship date to get the care package. But I mean, we also offer express shipping. We are, there's something that we're working on, and we're really planning to just cut that time down as much as we can, because we definitely want to get persons their snacks as fast as we can. Well, I would say one of the comments that I do get from my customers is just that, in terms of just our convenience and price, that we're quite affordable. And also something understanding how times are now. So we really put things in place to try and just help them out. So as you said, we currently have a 20% discount, and also if your package comes to $39 or more, then that qualifies for free shipping both for the USA and Canada. So we're pretty much just trying to just try and help out persons, just trying to give them these snacks as affordable as we can. So I'm very happy to say that currently Jamaican care packages ship worldwide. We ship anywhere in the world. So as you can imagine, the most popular countries is of course the US and Canada and the United Kingdom. But I mean, just this week, we have shipped our first package to South Korea. We send a lot to Japan. Colombia. We ship everywhere. You can imagine the most popular is the US. So right now, persons can customize a package.
Okay.
So I would say our most popular items is like, Tigers, Bigfoot cheese strips, and chippings. Because people can build their own package. But in terms of our pure range package, the most popular package is our Bigfoot and Red Ballers package.
Just before we wrap Rory Craig's interview, here's his advice to entrepreneurs.
The first thing that I would say is just that you have to be solving a problem. That is just as simple as that. Because this is something that that even I myself got caught up in for years before. I was always just trying to have this sort of cool idea, this sexy idea. That's on mobile, that does this and that. But at the end of the day, if you're not solving a real problem to real people, you don't really have a business. So I would say the first thing you must do, you must find a problem worth solving, and don't get caught up in the hype, because a lot of people get caught up in the hype. So that's the first thing and the most important thing. And I would say the second thing would be just, as you brought it up, we said just, have a sort of pilot, or in the tech space, an MVP, which is just try and build or just have the smallest iteration of your business, and you go out there and you speak to your customers and you listen to what they have to say, which was why I was starting this business. I never bother put up any fancy dancing website. I never bother with any fancy expensive logo from anybody like that. I just did something on my little blog. It took me like a night to do it, and I spoke to like 50 of my family and friends abroad, aka potential customers.
Yes.
And I got their feedback. So that's one of the lessons that I would recommend to everybody is, don't be in your room, for 3 months writing a business plan, trying to, have this business. Take 2 nights, think of it, and then spend like another week trying to get something together, and then go and show it to your customers.
Thank you for sharing your story, Rory, and thank you, my generous listeners, for spending the past 30 minutes with us. Remember, Our Stories is a docu-series aired weekly which highlights the inspirational stories of Jamaicans. This documentary sampled Tina Stewart's Nowhere No Better Than Yard, and Damian Marley's Set Up Shop. This program is also produced by Vanessa Reynolds in association with LiveWellJA.com and Jamaicans.com. On Facebook, search for Live Well Jamaica. Same on Instagram at Live Well Jamaica. And you can also follow the producers, Ashley Mott and Vanessa Reynolds, on Facebook and Instagram. If you'd like to share your story or give feedback on the program, forward an email to info@livewellja.com. Until the next story, I'm Ashley Mott. Live in peace and love.